Hello everyone. Today we will be looking at the live action takes of Spider-Man on the big screen and small. Let's take a look at the history of our favorite wall crawler. Spider-Man's first appearance in the comics was in Amazing Fantasy number 15 and was created by writer Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko. His first live-action appearance would be in a short-lived 1977 TV series titled The Amazing Spiderman, played by Nicholas Hammond, who you might remember from The Sound of Music, playing the eldest Von Trapp's son. In 1979, there was a short-lived Japanese Spider-Man series which would give the character a giant robot. The series was a collaboration with Marvel and Toei, the Japanese company also responsible for creating the long-running Japanese series Super Sentai, which would later be adapted for American audiences as Power Rangers. Throughout the 90s, Marvel tried to get a Spider-Man film off the ground with no success. The most notable take was with James Cameron, when he was going to direct with Leonardo DiCaprio set to star. Unfortunately, the movie never came to be, but some ideas that James Cameron came up with, like the organic web shooters, would make its way in the official films. After the success of Fox's X-Men film, Sony moved forward with Spider-Man in 2002. The film would be directed by Sam Raimi and starring Tobey Maguire as the title character, going up against William Dafoe as the Green Goblin. The film would be a huge success, breaking many box office records, and was followed by Spider-Man 2 in 2004 and Spider-Man 3 in 2007. Spider-Man 4 went into production in 2008 with Sam Raimi returning in the director's chair and Tobey Maguire set to return as Spider-Man Peter Parker, where he would go up against John Malkovich as the Vulture. However, Sony had a change in plans and pulled the plug after deciding to reboot the franchise. In 2010, Mark Webb was signed on to direct the Spider-Man reboot, with Andrew Garfield now playing the red and blue superhero. This time the franchise would be retitled The Amazing Spider-Man, released in the summer of 2012. As the rise of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was continuing to grow, Sony wanted to create its own cinematic universe by using Spider-Man characters only, with ideas ranging from a Venom solo film to a Sinister Six film, and even an Aunt May spin-off. However, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 received the most negative reviews from critics and backlash from fans, put a halt on the ideas. After a hacking incident in 2015, Sony was desperate to get a big hit. That's when the unthinkable happened. Sony negotiated with Marvel to allow Spider-Man into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, now with Tom Holland making his debut in 2016's Captain America Civil War. Fans and critics were pleased with the introduction of the character by avoiding the origin story, which had already been done twice previously. In 2017, Spider-Man Homecoming would be the first Spider-Man film that would now be officially set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man would play a mentor role to Tom Holland's Peter Parker, who would now be going up against Michael Keaton's Vulture. Tom Holland is still set to return in 2018 and 19's Avengers sequel, as well as a sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming right after. I hope this video was useful to you. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, take care.